February, we had an amazing surprise where Chloe here gave birth to 11 piglets. They're still here. Your food's here. And so we've got 11 piglets. That was 5 weeks ago. So they've grown really quickly. They were teeny tiny when they were born, and they've been living off her milk. But now you can see they're getting a little bit older and they're more interested in the food. So in a couple of weeks' time, they'll be ready to live on their own. So they're going to live all together, and then Chloe can have a little bit of a rest. These are Cooney Cooney pigs, and they're actually all the way from New Zealand. And Chloe here is called a sow. She's a female pig, and she'll have 1 litre a year, and she can have up to 12, 13 at a time sometimes. Last year she had 9, and this year she had 11. Calf mix in here, which is a bit like baby milk really, and what we're going to do is mix it with some warm water, give it a whisk around. Right, we're going to fill the bottles now. Now some of you might have bottle fed lambs before. Well, your feeding calves is a little bit different because the bottles are so much bigger and heavier. So we've got 3 calves here. They're about 3 weeks old. These guys are twins, and this was born a couple of days later. Now, we're going to try and bottle feed them now. There's one. You keep the bottle tipped up like that. And what's great about feeding calves is that it goes in seconds, whereas when you're feeding lambs, it takes a little bit longer. There you go. Do you want to have yours? They get fed twice a day. And this will happen for another couple of weeks until they're ready just to go out on their own. The reasons why we're bottle feeding them at all is that sometimes their mothers find it difficult to feed. Sometimes they're rejected from their mothers, but these guys just, the mothers were quite tired, so we took them away just to give them a hand. And you can see it's going down very quickly. So these could live for maybe 15 years. They're a Hereford breed, which is a British breed. And normally we calve outside if we can. There's quite a lot of cows that we have outside at the moment. But depending on the weather really and what their needs are, they're either inside the barns or they're out in the fields eating grass. It takes 283 days for a cow to grow a calf. So they're quite slow growing. But I would say by the summertime, these calves will be out in the field and they'll look like any other cow in terms of size. So these are sheep and lambs. These lambs were born probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, so they're growing quite quickly. Some of these ewes have had twins, and we've got a flock of around about 30, so there's quite a few more to lamb, and they're in a different field, but these ewes have all had their lambs now. They're quite happy eating the grass, and the lambs will drink milk for another good couple of months yet. This lamb was born on Christmas Day, and that's why it's the biggest of the lot. We always have one that is born on Christmas. We never understood how, but it's always the same sheep. So this one's always a little bit bigger than the others. Alright, and the average lifespan is around 10 years. We don't have any males in here, but the male sheep is called a ram, and the mum sheep are called ewes. And they've got wool on their back. Obviously at the moment it's really great for insulating and keeping them warm, but by May, June time, all of that will have to come off and they'll be sheared, and that will keep them much more comfortable for the summer ahead. But at the moment, they're all pretty happy being outside with their waterproof coat on. So spring's nearly on its way, and we're really looking forward to opening back up on the 17th of April. And a happy Easter to everybody.